Hey guys, welcome to my makeup tutorial. I figured that today it would be kind of fun to film this more like we're just hanging out and getting ready. And I'm still gonna tell you what I'm doing. I would love if you would do your makeup alongside me so I'm not alone in getting ready together. But yeah, here's my makeup tutorial. Here's how I look like this. So if you guys liked it, please drop a like below and I'll see you when I do not look like this anymore. Good morning. I wish I had a different accent. I'm just living the Canadian life, so let's do some makeup. This is my makeup travel kit. I'm not traveling right now, but I just leave it in here. Little eyelashes. Ooh, my palette. This is the only makeup palette that I own. Some lash glue. Actually, that's just a container, so put that in the garbage. I'm gonna move this stuff. Okay, first pin back your hair because don't want that getting in there. And then also just admire like how little eyebrows you have if you're like me. I just don't have a lot. They're just doing their thing. The sweater's way too big on me. Roll that up. Perfect. I only bought this the other day. It is just the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. So I'm just putting that a little bit on the back of my hand. And then I also got, because I don't want to feel pale in winter, these e.l.f. bronzing drops. If I could open it. And then I'm just gonna mix that in with this. Just like a little dollop right there. And then I mix it on my hand and I'll just apply it to my face. I don't actually have, I'm lying. I do have stuff to do today. I'm meeting one of my friends for lunch today. It's my day off, so. And I'm just rubbing this literally everywhere. Just like put that on your skin. I really need to get an exfoliator though because your girl has some dead skin on there. Where is that? I'm gonna go grab something else. So the next thing that we're gonna use is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I only have the little mini. I can't afford the full size right now. I guess not that I can't afford it, I'm just not prioritizing it right now. You know, I'm just getting like every little drop of this one that I can. Rub that in. And I put it everywhere. Like I push that into my hairline. I get it under my eyes because I just want to feel really glowy. And then I'm going to use this brow microblading pen by Benefit and I'm just going to fill in just like the little sparse bits of my eyebrows. Obviously, I can't fill them all in because I'm just not as talented as literally probably everyone else who does their eyebrows. So my steps for eyebrows are I first go in with this and then I go in with an eyebrow like gel and then I fill it in with eyeshadow at the end. So this first one just gives me a really good baseline for the eyebrow. You know, I just kind of leisurely go, fill in really sparse spots, and it already looks a million times better. And then we're gonna move on to a face step before we complete the eyebrow. So I'm using the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint. Now you have to watch where you put this, just so you know. So I put some on my forehead and some on my cheeks, because if I put this directly on my nose, it's gonna be very like separate-y. And I feel like right now my nose isn't having a big like redness day, so I'm gonna do that part last. On the forehead. So now that we have kind of minimal product on our fingers, then I'm going down in between my eyebrows and on top of my nose. Beautiful. So now we can move on to the next step of eyebrows, which is gelling them. I use Grande Brow Laminate. It comes with its own little spoolie as well, which looks like this. And I don't have a lot of it left, so I literally am just dipping it in there. And then I literally just take it, I'm looking in a mirror this way, and I just brush my eyebrows with the gel. And then once my eyebrows are all brushed out, it looks a little bit crazy. So then I just take the spoolie and I push and I push. And that's already better. And then I'll just keep tweaking until I find kind of a style that I'm really loving. I just feel like this looks a lot more put together, especially once we're gonna fill it in. It just changes the whole look of my face. And I know the point of makeup isn't to just change yourself and change the way that you look. It is to just naturally enhance everything. But some days, you know, I just want to rock a fuller brow. And today's that day. And then I'm using the Tinted Blur Sculpt Contour Stick. Who's this by? by Nude Sticks. Nude Stick, I think. I have to be careful though, because this one is kind of coming out. So here's my dilemma. So if I press this down into my face, it's gonna go all the way back in the tube. So I have to be very like careful with the way that I am moving it, because we're running low here. So I put a little bit on my forehead, a little bit on my cheeks. Sometimes I'll do a little bit on my nose. You can see that this is just like a messy contour stick. I also put some on my hands, so. And then I just, oops. And then I just blur it out with my fingers. So I just take it, and I'm always kind of blending up, not down. Watch, I'll be like saying that, and then all of a sudden I'll be blending down, and you're like, Brittany. And you can already see like that just makes me feel like I have more depth to my face. Because sometimes when you do all your foundations and stuff, all of a sudden you're like a blank canvas. And then who knows what you're gonna end up looking like. And then I take my nose, blending. And then anything that's left over, I don't have a lot, but I'll just take kind of down here. Just so that every part of your face is a little bit more connected to each other. You know? Put the lid back on this bad boy. You've served me well. Now we're gonna do the final step of eyebrows. I feel bad for just going back and forth, you know, between eyebrows and face and eyebrows and face, but the eyebrows are almost done. Bear with me. Again, that same brush from the Grande Brow Kit. Oh. This is weird, I can like see myself. The same brush from the Grande Brow Kit. I'm just using this darkest shade of my palette. I use this for my eyebrows all the time. And we're just going in there, filling in any little gaps that there are. And I do a very light pat, you know? We don't want to pack on too much of the product. And if you do overfill, that's okay. We all have those moments in life where we're like, you know what? I probably would have done that a little differently. I've never gotten ready in this room before. This is our guest room. This room used to be Mason's office, and then we turned it into a guest room because his friend came and stayed with us. And it has 3 massive windows that I'm standing in front of right now. And I just feel like I can actually see. Love it. I'm gonna get ready in here all the time. And this is just, so you can see I'm just doing these teeny little strokes. And yeah, that's why I filled in eyebrows. Okie dokie. Next, we are going to do, what else does my face need? Blush. That's what we need. I'm using this compact blush by Rare Beauty. It's in this shade. I don't know what the shade is. It all has rubbed off on the back, but I really like Rare Beauty. I feel like their blushes just make my skin feel nice and dewy still, which is nice because I have very dry skin, so I don't want something that's just gonna like pile on. So I just do a few dabs and then I'm blending. I would love to try like every shade of Rare Beauty. I feel like this one was the one that I just gravitated towards. It's just like this deeper plum color, and I really wanted a blush with that shade, so that's why I picked it. But I would love to try like a pinkier blush by them. So maybe I need to pick that up for Christmas for myself this year. Okay, so I just put it kind of on the upper part of my cheek, and then I put a little bit across my nose. I just think that kind of connects the whole face together. Also, I'm not a makeup artist, so if what I'm saying is not really good, don't tell me. I just don't want to ruin it for myself. And then I'm taking this brush and this NARS mini contour bronzer stuff, tapping it on, and then just swooshing it on my face. Can you tell that I like being bronzy? And this one I'm very just not like direct. Like I don't do tiny small strokes. I'm kind of almost putting it everywhere. And then I'm taking the same thing, rubbing my finger in it, and I'm going to put it on both my eyelids. Again, not a makeup artist, but I think it just connects your whole face when all the makeup that you're using is very cohesive. Maybe being a makeup artist was my true calling, you know? But just for myself. And then I'm grabbing this concealer that I literally bought like 2 days ago. Just putting it underneath my eye. I don't know if this is the right shade for me. I feel like it's kind of nice because it's not too light where it's just in your face. But I don't know. Is this blended? Oh my goodness. You guys, why didn't anyone tell me? And then I'm going under my nose as well. I get a lot of redness under here. I don't know when it started. I think I maybe had a little bit of acne or something down there when I was a teenager, and then it just never went away, the redness aspect to it. So that sucks, but we're living. Okay, the next part. I am waiting for my concealer to set a little bit. So while that is setting, I'm gonna go, I'm sorry, I keep on going back and forth with what we're doing. I'm going back in with the same eyeshadow palette, the same color that I put on my eyebrows, the same brush that I used on my eyebrows, but instead I'm just kind of winging out my eye. Just a little bit. You know, it just adds that like dramatic, I don't even know if you can tell. I feel like it makes a difference. To me, it makes a difference. And then I just take it and I kind of tap it out with my fingers a little bit. Again, we don't want it to be too perfect, so can't be too perfect. And then I'm gonna grab nothing because I'm using my hands. I'm just gonna blend it out with my ring fingers. I read somewhere years ago that your ring fingers have that perfect amount of pressure for blending. I don't know if that's true or not, but I have followed that every day since, so. I'm sorry, why does this look amazing? So now that it's all blended, the next step that we're gonna do is take this CoverGirl Clean Professional Loose Powder. I have had this for years. It has just always lived in my makeup kit. I must have bought it sometime. And then I'm putting it on with a foundation brush. Why? Because I only own like 3 brushes. And so we make use of it. And I just pat it in. I also don't know what it really does, but I know that whenever I wear it, I get complimented on my makeup. So I'm gonna keep wearing it. So I'm gonna let that sit on for a little bit and then sweep it away with just a loose brush. This is the worst part about doing your makeup, is when your nose gets a little bit runny, so you have to try and not smudge everything. It's just like torture. You go through all this hard work and all this effort to look beautiful, boom, nose running. So, lips. We're gonna do lips before eyes. Why? Because I want to. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Lip Liner. I'm pretty sure this is in Pillow Talk Medium. So now I'm gonna grab this little tiny Rare Beauty mirror to line up these lips. I'm not overlining a lot. I just kind of line around my whole lips. It's weird to like trace my lips as I'm talking, but I line everywhere and then I kind of fill in my Cupid's bow a little bit. And then I do end up filling them in. Again, like I said, I kind of just put my lips like this and I fill in a little bit of my Cupid's bow. And my lips naturally are a little bit uneven, so we just deal with that. You're probably like, Brittany, how could you use that same eyeshadow palette? Well, let me tell ya, we're gonna line our lips again with the dark color and the same brush. So I just go on and I very lightly tapped it in there, not a lot of product. So we are only putting this one on the very outside and then blending it with your finger. And just at the top. And then blending. Stunning. I love this lip color. Like, I feel like it already gave my face like a pop in there. Otherwise my lips were just really flat. They're done. I'm gonna add a gloss to them afterwards, but I have a gloss in my bag that I carry around with me whenever I go places. I don't actually have it in my makeup kit because I just like to reapply throughout the day, so I'm gonna grab that later. And then I'm just using, you know that same brush that we used to put on contour? I'm just using that, but the back end to just sweep off any loose powder that was still on there. And then I'm taking my eyeshadow palette again, just because I feel like it today, and I'm grabbing the second darkest brown, and I'm just gonna tap it on my outer corner. Next step, mascara. It takes a little bit of time, so I always start, it doesn't matter which eye you start off with, just know like you have to have a little bit of a steady hand because otherwise it'll get all over your lid. So I take it, wiggle it across, and then boom, that's one swipe. Next eye. Now we have the first layer. Perfect. Keep going. Oh, shoot, I already got some on my eye. And then that looks pretty good so far, but I am putting on more mascara. You can never have too much. I'm gonna bring my mirror closer. And this is a brown mascara, which I thought it was gonna be like really brown when I bought it, but it still looks black, so. Beautiful, gorgeous. I've never looked better. You're probably like, Brittany, you look amazing. Are we done? No. We have probably 2-ish more steps left. I need to do, oh! I shouldn't have put this on yet. Oh! What do I do? I didn't use a setting powder. Do I just use it? I've never used it before I put on mascara. I mean after. This is the Radiant Finish Setting Spray. Long lasting. I normally set my face before I put any like setting powder down, mascara, any of that stuff. But I think it should be fine. When I work weddings for hair, the makeup artist always uses a setting spray at the end anyways, so we'll do it. Putting this on is literally the worst. I don't know, is that enough? My face feels slightly dewy. I don't think that ruined anything. I think that's good still. I'll be back. Got it. I just did 2 flights of stairs, you guys. That was good. Here it is. Dang, this is also e.l.f. Oh, shout out to e.l.f. I love you guys. So this is the Glow Reviver Lip Oil. That glow is revived. I'm literally breathing hard because I ran up those stairs, but the show must go on. Oh, we're taking the long way home. I'm in my 5 seconds of summer phase again. This is a Micabella blush. One of my mom's old ones. It's probably existed for like 15 years. Just put that on the apples up there. If the men know we can shapeshift, they're going to tell the church. And again, kind of just same place that I put my blush before. Then a little bit on the nose. And then sometimes, oh my goodness. I ate a Ferrero Rocher before this, and I feel like it keeps getting caught right down here, so sorry. But yeah, I'll put it kind of up here, and then sometimes if I'm feeling cutesy, I'll just like really quick, put it up there. I don't feel like I need to add any false eyelashes today. Sometimes I'll add just little individuals kind of on the ends, and it'll just make me feel really like nice and girly. And then you just check yourself out for 5 minutes. Why? Because you're hot. We're hot. Then we take a few pictures for the thumbnail. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm so happy that you guys could hang out with me and get ready together. Do you guys like these? The stupid Ferrero Rocher keeps getting in there. If you guys liked it, please subscribe. Maybe hang out with me again. I would love to see you. I almost sat on this bed, but then you wouldn't really see me. Have a good week, you guys. Have a good week. Nice seeing you.